What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are finally talking about Brotherhood by Mike Chen. I fully intended to have this book finished by the time I went to Celebration, and here I am a week out from coming home from Celebration, and I finally finished it. I don't know why this book took me so long to read, but I am here to say I absolutely adored this story. Mike Chen officially going on the shelf of authors I trust, and ultimately, especially if you are watching the Obi-Wan Kenobi series or have watched it or are thinking about it, Brotherhood is one that you definitely do not want to miss. This story takes place pretty much right at the end of Attack of the Clones, moving into Clone Wars. We're kind of in a transitionary period here. Obi-Wan has just been moved up to not quite council member yet. He's kind of filling in. They're okay, maybe if it goes well, you'll be part of the council, that kind of thing. And Anakin has been promoted to Jedi Knight. So this is a very new relationship. They are not master and apprentice anymore. They are now officially equals, and both of them still aren't quite sure how their relationship has evolved. They're not sure what that's going to mean for them moving forward as men and as Jedi. So this story focuses on Obi-Wan's perspective and Anakin's perspective, but we also have two female perspectives. One is from a Jedi youngling. Her name is Mil Alibeth, and she is part of Anakin's story. And then another one is from a woman named Rug, and she is a Neimoidian, the Trade Federation, all that kind of stuff, and she is tied in with Obi-Wan's side of the story. I love so much how Mike Chen never missed an opportunity when he was writing Anakin to talk about Padme, never missed an opportunity to talk about Shmi Skywalker. Always, Anakin is thinking about the women in his life. He's always thinking about the people that he trusts, the people that he wants to protect, and constantly bringing up the story of the sun dragon that Shmi always told him, and saying, your heart is so big, you care so much, you love so deeply, and that is what makes you you. And that is something that the Jedi do fear. That ties in so beautifully with the Revenge of the Sith novelization. I was beside myself. I love the Revenge of the Sith novelization, and to see that represented here was just absolutely outstanding. And of course with Obi-Wan, he is constantly thinking about Anakin, and he's constantly thinking about Qui-Gon, and how Qui-Gon was I trust this boy, I want you to train him, I think he's the chosen one, and Obi-Wan just constantly wondering am I doing this right? Am I messing it up? Should I have been different? Should our relationship have been a different way? And it's so clear to me that Anakin and Obi-Wan, especially Obi-Wan, has this attachment to Anakin, and he doesn't know what that means, if it's a good thing or what that's going to become. Whereas for Anakin, he really is embracing these attachments because he's married to Padme at this moment. He even goes on a date with Padme, and it's so cute. But Obi-Wan is constantly thinking about how things would be different if Anakin were here, and having that perspective along with the Kenobi show, and seeing, Obi-Wan and Anakin in that show is just so good, and it just hits absolutely perfectly. Mike Chen also never misses an opportunity to have Obi-Wan think about Satine. I love Obi-Teen, and this book, he's constantly thinking about what if we had run away? What if I had been a different Jedi? What if we had run away? Listen, I have so many flags in this book, and half of them are Anakin feels Revenge of the Sith making me sad, and the other half are Obi-Wan thinking about Satine. No joke, he thinks about her so much in this book. And I have been saying for a while, I want an Obi-Teen book. I'd like for it to be by Claudia Gray. Mike Chen, I'm listening. I would trust this man to write Obi-Teen. Ultimately in this story, we do have Canto Neimoidia. There's something going on there. They're supposed to be neutral. There is a lot of kind of racism happening here because of the Trade Federation. So Obi-Wan is sent along with an ambassador from the Separatist movement as well, which turns out to be Ventress. And it was ultimately a really cool look at the very beginnings of the Clone War, all of the politics that are involved. It feels like an homage to the Clone Wars show. It also reminds me a lot of Dark Disciple. The Obi-Wan in this really does flow well with the Obi-Wan in Dark Disciple and the Obi-Wan in Master and Apprentice, and just everything. It works together so well. This is probably one of my favorite Star Wars books out right now and just of all time because it just did such a good job developing them. I would love for another check-in with them, like during the Clone Wars or even like leading up to Revenge of the Sith, like told in the same kind of style. I feel like the emotion would just, everything would hit, everything would be right there. And I am like in my prequel era right now. I am so happy to be here. If you haven't picked up Brotherhood, I highly recommend it. I think we're gonna see amazing things coming from Mike Chen. And like I said, if you're not watching Obi-Wan, you read this book while you're watching Obi-Wan if you just want like an extra dose of that angst, because between Mike Chen and Deborah Chow, like, I'm living right now. I think it's obvious I am giving this book an A+. I do highly, highly, highly recommend it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below. And don't forget to subscribe to Talk Books with me every week. That's everything I got for today. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.